I do.
Let the record show the witness is answered in the affirmative. Thank you. You may be seated.
First, I think that you all are on the right path. That's why Microsoft is endorsing the Journalism Competition and Protection Act, the JCPA, to give news organizations the ability to negotiate collectively, including with Microsoft, because as presently drafted, we will be subject to its terms. Second, I think it's good to consider additional ideas, including ideas that we've worked with recently firsthand in Australia. Ideas that would impose on tech companies an obligation to bargain in good faith, to avoid retaliation, to be transparent about their practices. These are worthy of competition and consideration by the Antitrust Subcommittee. And finally, I hope that the subcommittee will continue its work to think more broadly about the fundamental lack of competition, especially in search and digital advertising, that are at the heart of not just the decline in journalism, but the decline and challenge in many sectors of the economy. Microsoft is a tech company, and like every business, we have business interests. The reason that publishers cannot negotiate collectively is because of laws passed by Congress, the Clayton Act and the Fair Trade Commission Act. And so what Australia did was give the publishers the ability to negotiate collectively. And so that's what this Congress would do.
More popular than ever,
Now, the other thing that I think is very interesting and relevant from Australia is this. What we're finding is that the big publishers are not interested in negotiating collectively. The three largest news organizations in Australia are all negotiating separately. It is the small publishers that are negotiating collectively. And I basically believe that if this Congress passed the JCPA, you'd have 4 years to test the situation, but in all probability, that's what you would find here as well. To bargain in good faith, to avoid retaliation, to be transparent. If this bill is passed, that means that these news organizations would be able to negotiate collectively with us. I assume that they will negotiate effectively with us. But the reality is, and I've said it at the end of my written testimony, what we're talking about here, and I thought your reference to the First Amendment captured it perfectly, is far bigger than us. It is far bigger than technology. It is more important than any of the products that any of us produce today. And let's hope that if a century from now people are not using iPhones or laptops or anything that we have today, journalism itself is still alive and well because our democracy depends on it.
I think it'll be sufficient for the chairman. I appreciate it.